On today's show, MIT figures out how to 3D print glass, a literally cool paint job.
And a brand new amusement park to take on Disneyland.
Yay!
And it's terrible.
Oh, it's Tomorrow Daily. Greetings, citizens of the internet. Welcome to Tomorrow Daily, the best geek talk show in the known universe. I'm Ashley Skella. That's Khail Anonymous. It's Monday. Hopefully you made it. Hopefully you made it through the weekend, guys. Because let me tell you, Mondays are tough for. It's a cliche for a reason.
Any weekend where I don't wake up and notice that I have a brand new tattoo on me, like
that's a win.
Like, oh, no, another dolphin tattoo is a winner.
Chalk that up into the win column. All right, guys. Well, let's not waste any more time. Let's hit the headlines.
So let's talk about this terrible amusement park.
I can't wait.
And terrible in a good way.
Okay.
I guess. I like it. I like this amusement park.
I feel like this is a lot of ups and downs right up front.
Oh, you'll feel these ups and downs because it's an amusement park and there's rides. Anyway, so Banksy has made an amusement park. It's called Dismaland. It is basically a crappy version of Disneyland, but with the intent of highlighting how, like, what his opinion of what Disneyland is. Just terrible, like
theme parks
bad,
in general,
bad morals. Yeah, just terrible. So basically, what this is Banksy teamed up with a bunch of artists to create Dismaland, which is a bunch of art installations that highlight different social commentary aspects. What you see on the screen is a sad Dismaland employee. Yeah, again, this came out like a few days ago, but we have videos now. Like, there's a lot better pictures. It wasn't open for the press for a while, so they were like all like janky pictures. But now we have great video by artistic people. A lot of press has gotten a chance to go in there. But there's a lot of great exhibits, and just a lot. It's really, really interesting, which is why we wanted to talk about it. There's the Grim Reaper on a bumper car ride.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That might be my favorite. That could be my favorite.
My favorite is the Cinderella's flipped over carriage.
Oh, that's a good
And then
one.
There's a whole bunch of like press taking pictures of her, a la Princess Diana. So
Very strong commentary.
all the strong commentary. Now you can actually visit this if you are in the UK. It's
Weston Supermare?
Yeah, Weston Supermare in the UK. You can go and visit this. It is £3 for adults to get in.
Cheap.
And kids under 5 get admitted for free.
Great.
But apparently the website has been crashing because so many people are trying to go to Disneyland.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, I mean, I want to go.
Listen, if I was in the
stupid
UK, I would
installation stuff,
100% go to this. This is awesome. I think my favorite sculpture, my favorite piece of artwork is the Little Mermaid that's glitched out in the lake, like in front of the castle. I want a 3D printable version of that I can buy on like Shapeways.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
I think they even
It's a souvenir.
here's a really depressing boat ride thing.
There's
the glitch aerial.
Love that glitch aerial.
It's really
awesome.
It's really cool. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. Apparently, I think there's also like a gift store here.
There's a gift shop.
They went all out.
And they
If you have a chance, like, go look it up. There's millions of images,
The
like,
pictures are
different
incredible.
angles, all different stuff. I want to read the quote because I love this quote from. There's my favorite.
Oh, that's your favorite. Okay.
So
that's amazing at night. Oh my God.
So in the brochure, because there's even a brochure, it says a theme park whose big theme is theme parks should have bigger themes.
Something to think about. Theme parks.
It's so pretentious.
Real theme park. It really is.
These things, some of these are like super pretentious, but like good. Like, I get it. I like it.
They're very clear messages of traditional Banksy themes, which is like anti-consumerism, Western, like the selfish sort of Western culture that we've kind of created for ourselves, like a lot of that stuff. So I find this very fascinating.
I love them. I love that something like this could even exist.
Yeah,
so
amazing. Great
very
work.
Cool. Banksy, let's hang out.
Call us.
Let's go to McDonald's.
Obviously,
let's
watch
go to
the show.
Disneyland and then hang out.
Dismaland.
So there you go.
That is pretty cool. We don't have a hashtag of the day today. I just want to let you know because we're gonna continue our TD yawn responses into tomorrow because we got so many. So we're gonna do all of our VR James Cameron stuff into tomorrow. So no hashtag today, but you can tell us what you think about Dismaland if you want. All right, I gotta tell you about this amazing paint that is being worked on. This comes from a team at Johns Hopkins University in the Applied Physics Lab. There's a guy leading this team. His name is Jason Benkowski. He is leading a team to create a very interesting form of paint that actually doesn't absorb heat and it doesn't fade or crack over time.
Invincible paint.
Pretty much invincible paint, which is kind of amazing. Normal paint is made from polymers, and UV rays break that composition down over time. So you see like faded paint on cars, for example, oxidization, stuff like that, breaks it down, okay? So this paint that they have created is fade resistant, it doesn't absorb heat, and it's made by mixing silica, which is one of the main ingredients in glass, and potassium silicate. And after you spray or paint it onto an object, when it cures, when it dries hard as a rock. Like this stuff is tough.
So you can't remove it then.
Really, really tough. The team says the paint will not crack or fade over time, and if it did, it would take centuries for degradation to begin happening. So this is like something incredible. This is the guy who invented it right here, helped invent it.
Jeez, so it's 6 eyes over here.
4 eyes, yeah.
No, he's wearing 2 pairs of glasses.
True, he's wearing 2 pairs of glasses. So they said they want to start actually field testing this on Navy battleships because it gets really hot. There's always for me, like, remember when that hotel in Las Vegas had those heat-resistant, like, reflective windows that ended up melting parts of the pool? Like, you don't remember that?
I don't remember that.
There was like a hotel that the curve of the glass like perfectly reflected down to the pool and basically made it so hot down there that like it was unusable, so they had to like fix it.
Cool.
And the thing is the heat has to go somewhere.
Yeah.
So with this, like, where does that heat go? Because it's obviously not being absorbed by the paint or that surface, so it's got to go somewhere else.
The last thing this planet needs is more heat.
I agree, but I mean, it's the same heat. It's just being displaced.
6 eyes, come on, man.
It's just being displaced somewhere. It's not generating additional heat, at least. So he made a good point, though. They talked about the Navy battleships and everything, want to try it there. But he said, they asked him in this video, they're like, what's the like #1 place you'd want to put this, like apply it if if it goes mainstream? And he's like, children's playground slides. And I'm like, yes! Everybody's been burned on a kid's playground slide. I agree.
That's a good point.
Really smart. So, and it looks like it goes on clear, so you could put it over hypothetically any color paint you want.
I actually think that's good marketing if he puts it on a battleship, because he's like, it can survive a battleship.
I know, yeah, totally. It's a
6 eyes is like double smart because of the 6 eyes.
I know. He said it'll be a couple years before they actually get it out in field testing because they want to improve some of the formula and get it all perfected. But pretty awesome stuff, really interesting.
Nice job, 6 eyes.
So great work. And then I love that Logan already has that
Super
ready.
Science.
It's amazing.
I can see all the science.
This guy is so much smarter than us that I feel like it's okay. We can go up 6 eyes. All right, so MIT is also doing some stuff that is interesting that has to do with silica, but it's with glass. They have created a 3D printer that can use glass as a material, which is kind of amazing considering
you can get
glass
your
blowing
glitch,
is a big thing.
You can get your glitch
I
aerial.
can get my glass glitch aerial. That would be incredible. Their mediated matter group developed a 3D printer that they're calling G3DP, and it uses glass as a printing material. You're going to see some of the vases, the vases that they printed with their 3D printer. It's kind of amazing. That's the process right there. This is the 3D printer doing its work. Now you can see, obviously, there's a lot of heat involved because you got to heat up glass to shape it, to blow it, to figure out exactly like what you want to do with it. And this printer has to be able to precisely, very, very, very precisely control the temperature of the glass as it prints, and then cool it at the proper rate so that it doesn't get too cold too fast, or it doesn't like
turn into a big pile of goop.
So that it doesn't crack. So they use 2 heated chambers to melt and cool the glass. So the heated chamber is a lot cooler than the chamber for printing. And then they do this, they literally like feed everything in there and they print out their designs, and then the second chamber very slowly cools the finished product. But some of the stuff that they made is just amazing. I mean, these vases are gorgeous and really architectural looking. They said they want to improve it by adding software updates so an operator can directly control the temperature in each chamber, like if there needed to be an adjustment made on the fly. These are all the different things they made. These are all the different designs. And then they also want to update the feed mechanism. So right now it uses gravity as a feed mechanism, which results in some uneven pressure, and then that in turn results in uneven glass. So there's the little, it's not perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah, there it is. They're dropping in like molten glass, basically.
This seems so taxing and like so much
dangerous,
work and so expensive, but it is super cool.
But it looks so cool,
Yeah,
and I just think
really
it's neat that they're finding new materials and figuring out new ways to 3D print things with materials. Bless you. That we can print these things with 3D materials that we, previously were just not within reach.
Yeah,
so pretty
super
incredible.
creative.
And they do like all those different like little designs and stuff. I mean, it's unreal. So you can go over to the MIT Mediated Matter group to check out all the pictures of the different products that they've made with it and everything. Okay. But that's our headlines.
Yeah, that kicks glass.
Thank
All
you.
right, guys,
You waited
that's
that
it for
whole
our
story.
I'm
you waited that whole
like,
story,
Khail,
Brett.
take it easy. Wait.
You were just dying.
That's it for our headlines. We're gonna do
really quick,
another thing that she's gonna say.
Yeah, we're gonna watch Mad Max with go-karts. It's an ad for the game, but it's still pretty cool. So don't click away. It's Tomorrow Daily. Welcome back to the show. We returned. We were not riding go-karts in Mad Max in the Wasteland during the break.
It would have been more kawaii if they had done it. You know that term?
Yes.
Okay.
Cute would be more cute.
Cute.
Cute. Okay. So it's Monday, which means we have to talk about some crowdfunding stuff, and this is actually a story you and I are very familiar with. So it's time for Back or Hack It. All right, these guys. I don't know. We got really excited about the robot fight, right? The big mega robot fight.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now these guys at Megabots Inc. are saying we need some money. Khail rolls his eyes. All right, so we are getting a giant robot battle between Megabots Mark II, which is back there in the video that you're seeing, and Curatus, which is the Japanese robot from Sudobashi Industries. But now Megabots says they need our money.
How much?
They want $500,000. They actually say that the full upgrade would cost $1.5 million. And, I don't know about this. They say, this is what they say. They say because Kurata set the terms and said we got to have hand-to-hand combat, they're like, we got to upgrade this robot. It's not ready.
Okay.
So they said we need to add heavy-duty armor plating. We got to add firepower. We got to upgrade the hydraulics to support those additions. And then we got to increase the top speed of the robot and upgrade the power to support everything that we just said we needed to do. So they have a lot to do. They say, again, that a fully upgraded Mark II, this is the paint job they wanted. They're like, we got to have a sick paint job because that's part of it. It's got to look cool. It's got to rep America. But they say a fully upgraded one's going to cost $1.5 million. So yes, of course, they have stretch goals.
Nice B-roll.
I know, they have some great B-roll. I got to say, they make great videos. They make great videos. They said $1.5 million. Stretch goals include like the crazy paint job from like professional filmmakers who do like, paint jobs for like R2-D2 and stuff like that. They also talk about they have to make the cockpit really safe for anybody who's going to be driving the robot, like all this stuff. So they want our money.
Yeah.
$500,000. They got 24 days left. They have just under $340,000. So they're over halfway to their goal. So they'll probably make it. There it is. Yeah, $338,000.
If we make it to 500, this isn't going to be that cool. If they don't get their full,
if they don't get $1.5 million,
and I'm telling you, they're going to need more than $1.5 million.
But I have a feeling though that like this is sort of like crowdfunding those big games like Bloodstained and Shenmue, where it's like we're just asking you for money, and then we also have these sponsors who, if they see that we hit 500,000 and we reach our Kickstarter goal, they'll also invest in the upgrade. So I have a feeling there might be something like that going on. I have a feeling there might be some deals that might. How many
of you feel this way? I've always, my issue with Kickstarter has always been, where's the limit of like, hey, I need that, like, I want to create this incredible idea that like, and I can only do it with your support versus, yeah, I've got this idea, pay me for it.
Give us some money. Did you hear?
I know it's crazy and it's expensive and it's going to be like a few moments of cool robot fights.
But give us your money.
But it's my idea. I think, like, there's always like that weird shouldn't you kind of figure it out.
It's a fine line.
So
I think that they help by making the lowest donation you can give $5. So it's like, okay, if you want to give $5, fine. But the highest donation that they're getting, and they have backers at this level, is $10,000, and you get to be a part of the pit crew for the robot, and you get to literally be there, as a part of the official robot pit crew on the day of the fight, and like watch the fight in person and stuff.
wow.
Which is intense, but apparently 6 people have already paid for that, so they've raised $60,000
split
just from
on
those
this.
6 things. I know.
I wanted it, but
I know.
now I feel like I'm having to work too hard
I feel like
for
you're
it.
taking advantage of my excitement about a giant robot fight.
Logan, are you down for like the idea of it being a Kickstarter thing?
No, I think it's going to end up being a slow fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel
it's not
like
gonna
maybe
be
they
cool.
originally released the video with the intention of launching that Kickstarter. Like, oh man, people are going to go nuts for this. And if Curatus accepts, we can launch this Kickstarter and we can get a bunch of money to upgrade the robot.
We've seen
don't
they
know.
had a reality TV show where people have fighting robots.
Yep.
And it was terrible.
Wasn't great.
And BattleBots, I don't think. Was BattleBots the first time around great? I feel like the second time it's better. They
was
fixed
good,
a lot of stuff.
but the second season was much better.
So I'm saying it's like right out of the gate, this is, again, I feel like we're just
I'm on the fence.
taking too long. Give us our robot battle already.
Give us a robot battle. It's
All
going to be a
right.
year. It's going to be a year.
Okay.
So I say back it at the lower levels. If you really like this project and you want to do it, just kick in like $5. Don't buy Starbucks this week. Just kick in a couple bucks and then call it a day. Get your little Megabot sticker and call it a day.
Oh, you get a sticker?
You get a sticker at $5, I think. It's like, or no, 5 is I think just like your maybe it is a sticker. I don't know.
I'm gonna be the guy that I'm not gonna back it. I wouldn't back it and tell you go back it so I can see this thing.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
Kale's
wanna-
gonna be selfish and tell you to back it so he can see it.
Yeah, we've
good
seen
option.
like farmers in like third world countries create robot horses
I know.
to plow fields just out of scraps.
I know.
That's what I wanted.
I
I didn't want consumerist. Give us money. We like.
Well, that's the
Okay,
American
we're getting
way.
too much. We're getting too much into this.
We're getting
Okay.
too Banksy about it. We're anti-consumer about it. It's getting way too Banksy. Okay, so that being said, we have got to talk about the literal mountain of feedback you gave us about James Cameron saying VR was a yawn. So let's hear your user feedback.
You know who wouldn't be begging for money to get their thing done? Six Eyes. Six Eyes would be like, I got this. I'll figure it out.
I got it.
I got all the brains. I can shoot lasers. I got
Yeah,
it. So
no,
Six
I
Eyes
agree.
would take care of this. So.
He would be, listen, he would have no problems.
Hail him.
He wouldn't need Kickstarter.
Yeah, see, look at him.
That
he's
guy's a
already
genius.
he's already thinking about I'm sorry. It's such an unfortunate like mouth
Those safety goggles are
Yeah.
so bizarre.
All right. I love you,
all
Six
right.
Eyes.
I'm going to wear safety goggles on Wednesday's show. Okay, so TD Yawn, which asked, do you agree with James Cameron? His assessment that virtual reality right now is, very exhausting,
Okay, yeah.
boring. Scott wrote in and said James Cameron isn't interested because he still thinks everyone wants a 3D TV in their house. VR is competition, so he's going to hate it.
Boom. Scott dropping the mic.
Mic drop.
He's like, you don't know what you're talking about, old man.
You're in the old times where 3D is a fad and everybody supposedly is supposed to like it. All right, Neo Tokyo wrote in and said, VR a yawn. James Cameron is right because he always sees the human soul that is beyond just the tech. Says he's right.
Huh.
He believes in James Cameron's vision. He says James Cameron understands people more than the technology thinks it understands people.
He did make Terminator 2 in the Terminator series. Okay, what's next?
All right, so Pin wrote in and said, current VR tech is still missing a good navigational paradigm. Current solutions are kludges at best. We'll get there.
Yeah.
So not yet. Pin says not.
Right.
He agrees for now, but opinion could change.
Well, did James even say, 'cause I'm on first name basis with him, did he ever even say that it's got potential, or did you say like meh?
He said it was interesting. I think he said that it was fine. That was the word he used, fine. He's like, oh, Oculus is fine, or they're fine, or something like that. So it was very flippant. I think that's probably the best way to describe his feelings toward it. And then Frank wrote in and said, seems, at James Cameron Online, literally tweeted at him, seems like you've tried the inferior VR headset with the HTC Vive. You can actually walk around. Give it a try, please. So Frank literally just came at James Cameron and was like, you need to try good VR headsets. That made me think, I wonder if he would change his mind if he used Oculus Touch or the controllers with the Vive.
Yeah, I don't think he cares. The next tweet that we have is from James Cameron, where he says, "Hey, shut up! I can't hear you over my billions of dollars."
I know, I'm too busy swimming in my money pit that looks just like Scrooge McDuck's to hear your dumb criticisms. Everybody in the universe, signed James Cameron. So we'll do more Yawn tomorrow. We got a couple of emails, so we'll read those tomorrow. But yeah, I just want to say maybe the most responded to hashtag of the day that we've ever had. And also, I've read all of them on Twitter and in email. So we will not get to all of them, but they were all really good. Like, people brought up some really good points. Like, I thought those 4 sort of encapsulated the general, like, overview. Some people agreed with James Cameron. Some people said he's totally wrong. Some people said, wait, like, there's a lot of that. So kind of one opinion from each camp I thought was appropriate. Okay, guys, it's time for our very last piece of user feedback, which is not about James Cameron and his opinions about VR. It's about photos, and it's time for our photographer of the day. Gabe wrote in. I'm going to assume this is Gabe Newell, right? Like, because his name's Gabe, and there's like one, right? There's only one. Said, hey, guys, these are wonderful pictures I took on my iPhone 5S. I took these photos while hiking a 20-mile stretch of the beautiful Pacific Crest Trail with my family. The first 2 pictures, which I picked my favorite on the right here, is from our camp at 2 Lakes. And then he said, the second is the sunrise as we started our journey. And then this last picture is a photo of the clouded Mount Rainier we hiked by. Love the show. Keep up the great work.
Cool.
Those are some really great shots.
So the people that watch this show, they watch this show and then they go out hiking.
I feel like that is actually the case. Somebody else
Wait, why don't we cover more hiking stories?
We should cover more nature stories. It's tomorrow's nature. Nature Daily. We're going to change the name of the show. We're just going to pivot. Yeah, no, super good picture. Love it, Gabe. Keep up the great work. Thanks for all of the cool Valve stuff. For life.
For life.
But if you want to send in your photography, you can email us tomorrow at cnet.com. Tell us a little story. Give us permission to use it. And also, tell us what device you took it on. I get emails all the time where people are like, here's my picture, and they send it, and there's no information about what you used to take it with, and I don't want to do mystery devices. Like, give us the details.
Well, that's kind of the point of photographer, right?
Very true. And then you can also send us story ideas, and you can find Tomorrow Daily all over the internet on social media. We're probably on your favorite social media site, unless it's Snapchat. Probably if it's Twitter, we're definitely there. But if you want to find us, which we're way more entertaining than our official Twitter, you can find me at Ashley Esqueda. You can find Khail at Khail Anonymous.
Yeah.
It's pretty
straightforward.
Pretty straightforward. And if you want to share the show with anybody, which we highly encourage you to do, and we would appreciate very much, send them to tomorrowdaily.com. All right, guys, that's it for the show for today. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new docket of weird, wonderful science facts, science fiction, geek pop culture, and gaming, all rolled up into a nice little edible ball for you. But until then, be good humans. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.